I'm live.
Hey, this is the Geek Lounge 101, and it's just me and Tavia Smoker. Tavia, the
Hello.
intro.
Hello, I'm Tim Sprogan. I like to review video game, movies, comics, and TV show, and some anime. And welcome to Geek 101.
Yeah, and we're just doing a simple podcast because one is Jack the God of Comic Kirby's birthday, and
My birthday.
that's mostly it. That and more Marvel drama that just doesn't seem to quit for some odd reason.
Yeah, it never ends. It never ends.
Yes, because Heather Antos wants to. Well, apparently she's making herself the forefront, and soon I guarantee you she'll be the first. I think she might end up being the first female comic book editor in chief in a short amount of time.
Oh shit. Well, that's not good.
Oh yes, that's just well, they're all a bunch of crappy editors. They have nothing but crappy editors.
Crappy writers.
No, they got writers. Well, they got good writers. The good writers, you just don't hear too much about them, like Bendis, Oren, Jason Oren.
Bendis
Squad
is
is
kind of 50
something.
50, but I don't trust him.
Bendis is one you just basically Bendis. I don't really consider him part of the big Marvel landscape. Bendis exists in the Bendis verse, where anything he writes is only in his little universe.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of like Mark Miller when he did his stuff. But then again, Mark Miller, we see respect after people's other works, I think.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I put Bendis in the Bendis verse, because Bendis is Bendis. Dan Slott, he can write. He proven he can write with Silver Surfer, but yeah, he cannot advertise his books because he loves to talk about the political shit that constantly goes on. Nick Spencer had all the power of a great writer, but then he just let his freaking social political
Social
beliefs.
justice warriors stuff happen, which
Yeah, he let his political beliefs spill into his writing, which basically made one of the biggest flops in Marvel history when it
Secret
comes to fans.
Empire, which
People aren't picking up, and it's a thick book. It's a really thick book, lots of dialogue. It's not even fun to read. It's more of a chore.
yeah. Like Secret Empire for what I read, it was the 9 issues that came out with the main event and the tie-in. Well, one time with Miss
I'm not reading the tie-ins because they're all pointless.
Yeah, agreed. They're all on point, except the Captain America one. Bring out the one that's necessary. Oh, Nick.
Anywho, I think, oh,
Hey,
the
Jeremy.
tie-ins
Hey,
are not
Tigger.
fun. Eh, the tie-ins are not fun. Miss Marvel has gone downhill a lot.
What that's his
Miles,
stand.
no, Miles was hyped up to be the guy who was going to kill Cap. That's not happening anymore.
No, not Mario. I meant Ms. Marvel. Yeah, I love Ms. Marvel. Come on, it's a great series.
Oh no! The person who writes Miss Marvel, she's a different person altogether. If you look at her social and religious belief, and then you reread the entire run of Miss Marvel, you will see some very scary and shocking stuff, especially when it comes to her Muslim beliefs.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
Like I said, look at her Twitter profile and look at her tweets. Then reread from issue 1 when Kamala first came into the Marvel universe. You'll see her religious beliefs pile in. In fact, Kamala Khan's brother is basically what she considers probably a true Muslim, probably.
Oh, shit.
Like I said, you have to when you reread this stuff and you look at the people and you look at their social beliefs, especially when it comes to Nick Spencer and his god awful event.
Yeah.
You realize that something. That's what I don't understand. When did it go downhill? When did Marvel just started letting these people contradict and tell it how to run?
Honestly, I have no idea. And at this point, I think Marvel need a reality check. Or someone need a reality check over it. Because frankly, all these writers, well, not right. There's some good ones out there, like Peter David. Well,
Who knows?
No. Like I said, Marvel has great writers. The editors, especially the female editors, are the ones who's running the show because they have vaginas and boobs, and they have the power to tell anything. Everybody's basically scared. It's proven that Marvel will blacklist you if you're not lined up with their social beliefs.
It makes even less sense. Because
Bans
which
a
is
lot.
kind of stupid.
Oh no, it's been confirmed. Even Charles Soule even disagrees with a lot of things that Marvel is going on. But if he wants to keep his job, he has to say every week he has to spew something about Donald Trump.
yeah, so I'm in charge of social
Has to
on this
do
one.
But the guy is a lawyer. Why would he even want to do that in the first place?
Because he's like Tom King. He was part of the CIA. He likes comic books. That was his first passion. They both want to stay in it, but they both realize. But in order to stay in your Marvel, you have to line up with their social and political beliefs.
He's basically
Oh, fun fact. Do you know what type of lawyer that Charles Show is?
defense
A
lawyer.
defense lawyer?
He's an immigration lawyer.
Oh, that's the. Actually, they should make a parody about that in a Marvel comic book about him and Trump. I guarantee you,
That
they'll.
would be funny. I would piss on my favorite side.
No. They will. Oh, I guarantee you, they would advertise the hell out of that book.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, that's why I thought it was
Daredevil. I mean,
Wait.
when you read the book, basically, you can see that Shaw knows what he's doing when he writes the character because the guy is a lawyer. He knows how to write a lawyer to be competent.
Yeah, everything She-Hulk is not.
Yeah, Shield is garbage.
In fact, he should do a She-Hulk book since he's a lawyer and she's a lawyer, and he actually knows what it means to be a lawyer. Like Tom King when they did Grayson, he actually put his work in the CIA into Grayson.
Grayson, I thought that series was not ring at all. I thought more James Bond than knowing, but I will admit it had some good moments in it.
Well, it has some interesting ideas. Like they had probably one of the best issues of the series was probably issue 12 when they had Dick reunite with the Bat family.
Yeah, and everyone was
All
pissed
this
off
time
that
he's been alive.
Nick,
The one who took it the hardest was Barbara.
Bat.
She I don't care. The only person who actually greeted him open arms, who didn't punch him, was Damien.
Really? Because I thought Jason. I didn't read that issue, but I thought Jason would have took it because Jason died and came back.
yeah, Jaden punched him in the face.
Jason was an absolute asshole when he came back.
Yep.
And Damien knows what it means.
He's still kind of nuts in a way, but he's not as crazy as he once was when Joe Winnick first.
Actually, Joe Winnick is an interesting person because he created two things I like. One, he did the Great Red Hood story. Two, he created a cool cartoon called The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. But the guy cannot do Outsiders.
No, he cannot. In fact, I think the outside was
The most mediocre run. Everybody say it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just mediocre.
Yeah.
Like, Rob Venditti's Run on Flash.
It had some interesting ideas. Probably one of the best things I loved about his run is that he killed off the original Brother Blood. Because, one, I didn't care for the character, and two, I thought he was the most boringest villain that Marv Wolf and George Perez came up with during their run for Teen Titans.
I didn't put it animated form.
We have aren't there 5 Brother Bloods running around over the years?
I lost count.
As a pre-Flashpoint, there was they're up to the 9th Brother Blood.
Jesus Christ, you're just running right through.
Shit. 1 and 9 Brother Bloods.
Well, Brother Blood is just a title. It's just whoever takes it.
Basically, he retconned something that Bob Wolfman wrote, where in the last Brother Blood story, this happened just before the Jewish contract. The woman who was pregnant with the original Brother Blood, the one who's seen the first in the comic books, she was pregnant with his child. In that story, that turned out to be a girl, which ended the whole entire thing. And then when they retconned it and said it was a boy.
Wait, how do you retcon George and Marv Wolfman's great run?
Yeah, would you look at that?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that's been retconned. Also, he did another run. I think he retconned from the run. He also revived.
Revive who?
For Titans.
Oh, you
in the first issue.
Your mic is cutting out.
My mic?
Yeah, it's having moments where you just pause and we just can't hear you, and you just keep going on, but we just can't hear you.
Yeah.
in the first issue of his run for Titans, he brought back Trigon, even though he was killed. George Perez drew for Teen Titans. That was back in, I think it was like 85, 86, when it was issue 5 of New Teen Titans Volume 2. That was the last issue he wrote, released Drew. And that issue he killed off Trigon. Winnick retconned it 23 years later.
Yeah, I noticed that because Jeff Johns brought back his skeleton anyway.
He did?
Yeah.
When they revived Raven, they brought her back. They basically said, yeah, his 3 sons were running around and they brought his skeleton back. They were trying to revive Trigon.
Oh, wait.
Which
I
honestly made no sense.
The second one, Teen Titans, when Jeff Johns wrote the 2 volumes.
Yeah, the 2003 Teen Titans run. Which I have.
I actually kind of like that run. Now, I read that before I read Young Justice. I have nothing against Peter David's Young Justice run. I think it's a good book. But I was kind of mixed at certain points, like the whole thing with the whole teen stuff. And it's not my favorite Peter David books, per se. His Young Justice run, I have nothing against it. It just I like the Jeff Johns Teen Titans run a little bit more than this book.
Well, you have to. Then again, that book also eventually led into the rebirth of the 2003 Jeff Johns book.
To be fair,
which the only thing I can probably diss against it, was that if you ever read that awful Graduation Day miniseries.
Yes,
a lot of characters were just a lot of characters who appeared in that miniseries who were part of the Young Justice team 10 years for no reason. Like Argent, for example. After that miniseries, she wasn't seen again until just before Flashpoint.
Wait, I thought she was back in that one issue when they took on Dr. Light.
That's what I thought.
They brought a lot of people back.
Yeah, but it was also there was also the original Miss Arrowlet, the one who led to be the daughter of Green Arrow, even though it's not really true at all.
Oh, you mean Arrowhead?
She showed up for the first 2 issues, and then she just disappeared, and she was never seen again.
Yeah, she was there because she was sticking up for. She was sticking up for Wonder Girl, and then she disappeared, and no one ever saw her again.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Young Justice,
well, the thing with Graduation Day, it's a Judd Winnick miniseries, and
yes, he did a poor job.
To be his worst. Yeah, it's a terrible miniseries. I've read. Even the artwork is bad.
Oh no! People also hated the fact
why people hate this series.
Nick,
people hated the fact. Oh, wait, what's going on, Tavia?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. Continue.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. He wrote Dick to be a straight up asshole, and he was trying to keep secrets from everybody, and he was dictating people. I like the thing with Indigo or whatever her name was.
Indigo. Was from, right.
Yeah, Indigo. Yeah, then there was Cyborg Superman. The thing with Cyborg Superman made no sense. Him killing off Donna Troy made no sense.
No, it wasn't Cyborg Superman. It was a Superman robot.
Yeah, it was something Superman because there's a whole bunch of cyborg Supermans running around.
Yeah, the thing about that miniseries that really, I kind of agree with this particular disagreement. Omen, and then basically writing off as a pointless shock death, and then not bringing her back afterwards like they did with Donna.
Oh no, that wasn't the worst part. The worst part is they gave her a small closed funeral because she didn't have a lot of family or friends who knew about her. They couldn't find anybody, but they gave Donna Troy a freaking big ass funeral.
What?
Everybody went there in costume.
Excuse me for a minute.
Yeah, and she got thrown to the wayside.
She does have family. The only family I can think of who's actually still around is her father, the creepy Mr. Jupiter, since the second volume of Teen Titans.
Like I said,
it was done by Dan Jurgens and Chuck Dixon.
It was terrible. Like I said, it was just terrible, flat out terrible. No one liked it, and thank God Teen Titans was revived.
Graduation Day, unfortunately, ruined basically Young Justice, and ended up with a great team. I do love that team. And that thing got screwed over.
Yeah, great team. And I see how the cartoon.
And one thing about that team that I really liked what was their base operation at the T Tower, and they decided to basically give Ben Percy decided to give the Teen Titans back their tower. It's simply put based on the Jeff Johns version. I don't remember who the artist was.
And they're back in San Francisco.
Who designed the tower? Yep. Who designed the third Titans tower?
Yeah.
But I know that Ben Percy's run basically is using that tower now.
Yep.
They're basically back to where they were pre-52.
Yep, because New 52 but it was all stupid. What promo, bro? What promo the man most wanted? Translation: Hey, these are Teen Titans. We love them in the No Titans Tower. No,
like I said, they should
have
the worst person to give the title to, because clearly he knew more about what he was doing for Red Hood than he knew what he was doing for Teen Titans.
Yeah. Well, when now, before Rebirth, his post-flashpoint was
but Will Pfeiffer and Scott Lobdell were not the writers of Teen Titans prior to Rebirth. It was Tony Bedard, and issues that he did for Teen Titans, they were actually really good. They were actually really enjoyable issues. That they couldn't keep him on as the writer, replaced with Ben Percy. I have nothing against bringing on Ben Percy because he's doing a good job with the book.
Yeah,
it's just that I kind of wish they kept Tony Bedard on the book, because if you read his issues, they're really good. Heck, he even had the Teen Titans take on Mitchir Mala and the brain of the Doom of the Brotherhood of Evil. For a couple issues.
Sorry. Wait, question. One actually his run had the Suicide Squad involved and Amanda Waller involved since the region.
The previous flame?
Yeah.
Tony Bedard took over. I think it was issue. Was he took over up until the last issue before the relaunch?
Soda, opinion?
Oh wait, say it again. Because I was looking up something. I was looking at the Kelly. Apparently, they're releasing the Kelly Jones Complete Deadman series. I don't know if you guys ever read that.
I have your own
joke.
Yeah, the Kelly Jones Complete Deadman series.
Oh, Deadman. Gotcha. My bad. Never read it.
I'm looking at them. I'm looking at all the New God spirituals that are coming on sale.
Yay!
Like the Black Racer.
I've read the majority of them so far, and they're all really. All the ones that are released so far, they're all really good.
Oh, I love the Bug, and I love Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, both are amazing.
And I want to get the old school series by by Jack Kirby, but Amazon and them selling it for like the complete editions for like $100 and something bucks.
What?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I've actually read those issues on ReadComicLane.2.
Yeah,
and Kirby did a fantastic job with the first 18 issues before. I think he did the first 11 issues, I believe it was. I think the last writer for that book, I think it wasn't Conway. I don't remember who the writer was who replaced Kirby on that book, but I know Conway did New Gods.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Also, have you guys read Harley Quinn Rebirth? Is it any good?
I read only one issue and it's okay at best.
Because it looks like it's still the same crap that was from when it was still in the New 52/DCU.
No idea.
It's the same creative team. It's
Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Yep, them.
It's still the same style. A lot of people like. There's not really much change to it at all.
Oh, except that from what I hear, Poison Ivy and Harley really aren't a couple anymore.
Not? I thought they were a couple. Wait, that's
they broke up. No, they were. They broke up. Not last, remember?
Oh, shit. That sucks.
Yeah, I remember at the end of Rebirth, the volume 1, they said her and Ivy broke up, or something like that. To those words.
Also, for some reason, they have Harley Sin in the issues now.
Huh?
Yeah, well, at least it still got the Gotham Sirens. They're basically the Gotham Sirens without actually calling themselves the Sirens.
Yo, guys.
Hey, Edgar.
Oh, hey, Edgar. We're just here for Jack Kirby's 100th birthday, and dude, just to talk about comics in general.
Yep.
Well, I'll just say this: Jack Kirby's Thor run. Oh God.
It's
No,
amazing.
Jack Kirby's New Gods is what true greatness is all about.
Yeah, like I know that, but it's like to me, like that is one of his best works. But my personal favorite is his Thor run. His Thor run is just beautiful, and I still hold that to a candle as one of the best, great, and also the greatest eras in comics history. You had like something that I'm like just really didn't see coming. Hell, even like the issues where Fantastic Four with Galactus and all that crap, that was just beautiful because you had this cosmic era and it had this unique type of style, and it's just like honestly no artist that could take that. It's just truly amazing. Yes, I will give it credit. He did create a lot of good stuff like the New Gods and Dark Side, which is fantastic. I love that. But for me, his best run in my eyes is the fucking Thor run. I just
He also created the Fantastic Four, X-Men, and some other characters, and
Did he?
Spidey.
The Avengers. He created a lot of characters for Marvel.
Yep.
And he worked on a majority of the books from the early 60s that Marvel is famous for, except for books like Daredevil. He never worked on an issue of that series.
Did he work on Iron? I think he did an Iron Man issue, just one issue, and that's it.
Yeah, I think so. I think
so.
But I know he had a like. Did he touch on Spider-Man? I never seen like. I don't know. He touched Spider-Man or not.
He, as far as I know, he never drew a Spider-Man issue.
Oh wow, that's unfortunate.
I think he came with the concept, sort of. Any opinion?
He had nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Oh, he didn't? Huh.
No, that was Steve Ditko
There
and
is
Jack
one
Kirby. Which
character
Kirby,
that still to this day Marvel would never give him credit for, and that's not for his creation per se, his famous Billy Club.
Yeah.
Daredevil?
Yeah, you know the weapon that Daredevil frequently uses?
Yeah.
oh, Daredevil.
Yep.
Jack Kirby created that thing.
Oh, okay. He's done. Like I said, New Gods could have been part of Marvel, but then him and Ditko, so they're not part of Marvel anymore.
Yeah, apparently
universe.
it's Stan Lee, apparently.
Yeah, Lee outed them.
Yeah, Ditko is only early. He's not doing a majority of work anymore. The only thing Ditko is doing lately is receiving royalty checks from the Spider-Man and Doctor Strange movies.
Good.
Well, he's making money now is from royalty checks.
And I see that they're advertising the Doomsday Clock for next month.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the previews.
Oh, sort of. I done the convergence times.
Wait, which science?
Convergence.
Oh yeah, the Flash and Superman Plus. They also had a great question / Harvey Dent or Two-Face.
Yep. Nightwing Oracle.
Everything. In fact, all the tie-ins were better than the main series, but I believe the only reason the main series existed just to get rid of Future's End.
Yeah, the main book is garbage. The tie-in might were fantastic. In fact, it was
it was a potential future, but it was not canon at all. It's never been confirmed it was canon at all. It was just that the DC universe may have ended up to, but as far as I know, certain things that are referenced in the actual series itself never happened. Like Earth 2, the characters of Earth 2 coming to Earth 1. That is so far it never happened.
Oh no, they knew it couldn't happen because nobody would let this shit. In fact, when people finally saw all of Future's End, they would have never allowed them to do this.
Bob Young, my favorite Bob Young got fucked over.
Everybody.
The only thing that from Future's End that's still Brother Eye. Brother Eye is still around.
The only thing, well, him and Mr. Terrific now.
I thought Mr. Terrific died.
Which they have not how he got back to Prime Earth because he was on the new Earth 2 last I saw him, and then he shows up in those one shots that came before Dark Knight's Metal, there, and it's like, oh, you're back from Earth 2.
Which
They
Earth
do
2?
not give an explanation of how he got back.
Well, let's be glad that he's back, and let's be glad that Jeff Lemire is making the Terrifics.
Agreed. Like, I just ignore Peter Day and pretend never happened. My Tim is still up and kicking. He's not dead. Tim Drake is gone. Goodbye, future Tim Drake. You are useless. My Tim Drake is still up and kicking. Future Tim Drake's gone. Bamion is getting right now, and everything is smooth sailing. No future Tim Drake further.
Yeah.
Jeff Lemire is doing
Really neat
issue
that
of
the story that Tim Drake is coming back in is named after his the story when he first became Robin, A Living Place of Living.
Yep.
I think it's called Lonely Place of Living, which is a nod to his the first story he became Robin.
Yep. Soda?
No. Oh no, I'm glad that I heard, yeah.
Nick,
I didn't know the first issue about Tim Drake. I never knew the name of the first issue that he came back, but I know that they said it was a homage to it. And I was also saying that I'm also glad that Jeff Lemire is also writing Hawkman.
Oh yeah, he's writing that. Huh.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's spitting out a Dark Knight Metal.
That's awesome.
They got a yeah, because I'm looking at all the new comics. I don't even know what's going on. So the death of Hawkman.
That ended.
What's his name? What's his name from the new? Well, he's not really Robin. I forgot his name. He came out of Scott Snyder's run.
Duke?
He was in a
Oh, you mean
yes. He's called. They finally gave him his new superhero name, Signal.
Yep.
The Signal.
And I noticed in the solicits for November he has a miniseries coming out. It's called Batman and the Signal.
That's what ever.
They said in previews they got it up. He's coming out in metal right now because Snyder's writing Batman and the Signal for September.
That's one of the stupid.
I think that the Batman Signal miniseries. I think it's supposed to replace All Star Batman.
Okay. So metal's going to be continued in Justice League, and I believe Justice League and Hal Jordan, the Green Lanterns, and the Flash. Yeah, we're getting a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's also a 4-way crossover between I think it's Nightwing, Suicide Squad, Green Arrow, and Teen Titans called the Gotham Resistance.
That's just weird in general because that sounds like that's everything that shouldn't be in Gotham book. I mean, Titans, Teen Titans, Suicide Squad, and who else?
Yeah, Suicide Squad. I kind of get why. Because the group has got Batman villains.
That's true.
Okay, so they say in Action Comics 992, we're gonna have a new part. I think this is a one-off issue or probably a little part miniseries going the after effects of Mr. Oz. You know, Superman.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, they're talking about he's trying to regain his sense of hope for humanity as a strange new threat brews in the background, and this is all basically leading up to Doomsday Clock.
Ooh, sounds interesting. Ooh, speaking of Mr. Oz,
well,
one
of those things that's been hanging since Rebirth last year.
Besides the 3 Jokers, Wonder Woman's twin brother, and the Watchmen.
I hope Wonder Woman said that could be addressed. That's happening after real soon.
Which one? The brother, or the 3 Jokers?
The brother.
Oh, we're gonna tackle on Bruce Wayne's brother again?
No. Nothing green.
Wonder Woman's twin brother, which it's James Robinson supposed to be working on. Which when is he supposed to come in? Because we're still on that filler writer.
Yeah, that writer is only gonna stay on for like 5 issues, and then Robinson's gonna come in with issue 31.
That makes sense.
Okay, because I'm ready for her to get off because her run is just not that interesting to begin with.
It's not bad.
It's just filler.
I'll just say this. I mean, like, Wonder Woman, it's okay right now, but I mean, like, I'm just waiting to see that. Like you said, waiting to see the brother because that's going to be interesting. Because you're going to have to explain shit. What's this is about? Where has he been all this time? Has he seen Wonder Woman? Has he met him? Has he met her in in his younger years? Has he whatever? Just where has he been? What's his origin? Who did he came from? That's the thing that I want to know.
Yeah.
As to the three Jokers, are they doing that shit? Because I'm just like, I'm waiting for that big one where we're like, okay, here we are. Here's the three Jokers. Right.
King said it's supposed to be handling it. He's doing it. I guess we're gonna learn like literally at the end of the gore jokes and riddles. Like we're gonna get some huge revelation. It's gonna keep going.
Because I'm just, that's the only thing that I'm just waiting to see. So I'm like here I am. Like, because I'm just like, this whole three Jokers, like, they better make some good excuse why. Because if they make some bullshit pull, that really would set me off. And
We're all waiting for a great revelation. I mean, John's hyped it up, and then King said he was gonna fix it, and the button pretty much proved to all of us that the hype is real, and the hype can be actually paid off.
The button was amazing. Holy shit!
Hopefully, let's hope it's good. Because if it fails,
the thing with the button is, it's just a reminder that we have not forgotten this plot thread. Just a reminder, and also to bring back Reverse Flash.
Not only that, but it's also posted in the future. Tom King is also going to address the whole Bruce Wayne's father telling him not to be Batman.
Yep, Flashpoint Batman.
So basically, that was also being manipulated because we know that someone's manipulating Dr. Manhattan.
Yep, and we don't know the puppeteer, Mr. Oz.
No, Oz is not the puppeteer. Oz, in fact, he seems like he's working against Manhattan because he wants certain people off the board.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Oz, I completely forgot. During ActionCon, the new issue 985, I think. I forget what number. Mr. Oz showed up again at Lex Luthor. And guess what he did?
What did he do?
Well, he erased all evidence of him, and he has heat vision. I am not kidding.
Wait, Oz has heat vision?
Apparently so.
And he erased all evidence of his existence?
No, he had to erase all evidence and mitigate against all evidence from with fires, which he says, and I quote, do the image, do a copy of that image, and he does that. And Mr. Oz says speech to Lex Luthor, and this happens. If you can see.
I can't see, there's a glare.
All we can see is a glare, Xavier.
Shit. Hang on.
Can you just tell us what it says?
Got.
Yeah, I see he hits Luthor, and then he's standing over Luthor's body.
Yeah.
Which some people saying there's still three different versions. It's either Ozymandias, it's Lex Luthor, or it could be the first original Superman.
Yep. Mr. Oz said, and I quote, You prove yourself a petulant child who required discipline. Do you want to know the truth, Lex? I'm afraid you won't like it very much. You are not him. You will never be Superman. Even when you try to do good, you can escape the base inequity of your race. This is just who you are. No matter how hard you try, climb it that tree. It's all of you. You are only human. You will only ever be human. Soon you'll be gone. At the end of this, the Hazavel symbol, and he said, "My God." And it's the next Mr. Oz trailer, and he revealed. So next issue, Action Con, we're gonna find out who is Mr. Oz.
No, if learn the next issue, basically is gonna set up for the big reveal.
Oh, gotcha. Huh.
Yeah. So I'm saying that he's gonna find it because he's launching his big attack next Wednesday, somewhere in September. I think it's gonna be on the. Okay, so the Monday, next Wednesday, the 6th.
Yeah, right.
That's when we're gonna get the big reveal.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Which makes me actually, I don't understand what he just meant by all that. Is he talking about as because he realizes that Mr. Oz is a human himself and he watched over there? I'm trying to understand it, but I don't.
I'm trying to understand myself too because I never thought he had heat vision.
So I
But-
guess now it's trying to say, okay, we can throw out that he's human. Well, that's been off the board.
Yeah. So is he basically Kryptonian or Joel? Some people think Joel, but I call bullshit on that because that wouldn't make any sense.
At first, some people thought that he was John Kent. Somehow he came back from the dead. He's been watching over Superman.
That would make
No,
it
that was the first thought.
sense.
Oh no, that was the first theories. Then we realized no, it's not John. But now either that somebody's theory that is, and the one Rob brought up was it could be the first ever version of Superman. But then again, it also could be a Kryptonian.
Some people had William Dung, the 1933, I think.
No, the one that came out in 1933, 1934, wherever they had originally planned for him.
Yeah, which that theory was insane, but I think it could make sense. But since now that he's been thrown out the window.
Yeah, but actually, yes, because no, he doesn't have heat vision. He's just powerful. Yeah, he's basically what Ultra Humanite is.
Or Manchester Black.
Basically. So that's weird. And we got Birds of Prey. And apparently they got some kind of something new going on. As the illness affects half the Gotham City's population grows, Batgirl, Black Canary, and Huntress pick up some unexpected help from Catwoman, Ivy, and Harley, the Gotham Sirens.
Yay!
So Catwoman, spoiler, which is weird. Gotham Girl, who's still around for some reason, who hasn't done nothing yet since the first volume of Batman, and Wonder Woman. But the Birds of Prey grow closer to discovering the source of the outbreak. And what they find in the plague might only make it grow faster. So there's something new going on in there.
Interesting.
Let's see. Batman, which we're still going on about the war of jokes and riddles.
I need more to go on, but I thought the war ended.
Six issues.
Yeah, and the next arc is going to be Batman going
A
through
Dream
the
of
desert.
Me. Yeah, it's called A Dream of Me, Parts 1 and Part 3. Batman is in a quest in the desert for far from Gotham City home. His friends and allies think he's gone crazy, and his mission is to put far outside the law. Waiting for him is the center of the chaos is an old enemy. Plenty of old enemies, which from what I see, it looks like it's either pretty much looks like the League of Assassins.
Of course. We're so cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Cape Crusader's past the point of no return. Turns out he's going to need help from his friends, but the help comes from the downside. Batman's true intentions will be exposed. So I have no idea what's going on with Batman.
Again, I mean Metal probably. Wait. No, Metal Scott Snyder's thing.
Yeah, Metal is something that's continuity, but you won't see it in the main continuity.
Wait, what?
But like, it's in continuity, but it's like one of those things where it's not affecting like what's going on in the overall arcs, like Justice League and them tying into it. But it's like one of those things where it's confusing how these events are.
Wait a minute. Now I understand. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just being played. It's placed weird.
So it's kind of like
I think that recent arc they did for Detective, I think that sort of basically has some setup for Metal.
That makes sense.
It's just basically it's still in continuity. I just don't know where all these events are taking place at.
It could be just on the side because affecting anybody else's story. That's my personal guess.
There's going to be a fucking Assassin's Creed Origin comic coming.
There is?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Huh.
Yeah, and then Assassin's Creed is in Final Fantasy 15.
Well, wait, what?
Wait, what?
No, you guys didn't see the trailer for Assassin's Creed being in Final Fantasy 15?
I
heard just the costume. That's it.
Yeah. And apparently they made a whole trailer about it.
Well,
which is not even all that. It's not even all that amazing.
I know what they did. It's kind of like they did with Metal Gear Solid. Nice.
No, I'm just like, oh wait, couldn't they fix the story? How about we bring patches to fix the damn story? Because it's all over the place.
On what?
Final Fantasy
like the story was super weak as hell.
Well, they put it as much as they can. They try to expand it as best as possible with them.
I had over a decade, and they felt like you can understand the story if you watch the anime, you read the lore, you watch that King's Glaive movie, and you get any other tidbits outside of the actual gameplay.
Exactly.
Because once you
And
go,
plus
what's that again?
Okay. Yo.
Oh, I guess he had to pause. But like I said, once you do that boat mission, my God, that's when it just all goes downhill. Like you don't really get like for instance, Lady Lunafreya. I never understood what was the attachment about her. We had little to almost no. In fact, I had no attachment to the Empire or the fact that we were really having a war.
I got nothing. Wait, he didn't know what to I actually agree with having the other character not this. Soda? Shit.
Who knows where he went off to? I personally have never played the Final Fantasy games at all, so I get kind of lost on when it comes to Final Fantasy. I know of them. I know that it's an old series, been around since the 80s, just like Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
Thing about Final Fantasy. This is here in the US about Final Fantasy game, and then was period like, well, I think it was like the third game is actually the sixth game.
Yeah, it was weird.
No idea why they did that for. I think it wasn't until they released this game they finally got the numbering right.
Yep, until Final Fantasy 7 came out.
I don't know who releases the games over here at all.
It was Squaresoft who released the games right before they got acquired by NX, and then they fused together.
The games I have heard. I've been hearing about these games since I was a little kid. People would talk nonstop about Final Fantasy.
I grew up with Final Fantasy. I played over near all the games. Well, I played 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, skip 14, because 14 was an online game I didn't have to play it. And I played 15.
I think it was the 12th game, I believe it was, had a spin-off. I think it was either 10 or 12. Had a spin-off sequel that tried to bring back the main character from one of the games.
10
because
too.
he died at the... And I've seen him. I've seen Spoonie's review of it, and I kind of agree, basically, of how he shows him. The guy is annoying.
I kind of disagree with that completely, because I actually, like, we talked to him at the, like, want to get past, and we started that to get interesting.
Keeps constantly bragging about, oh yeah, he's a star water polo player.
Made that bliss ball.
Yeah,
Which
that honestly made no sense.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, there are games I would like to play a little bit more of, like Assassin's Creed. Yep. I've only played 2 of the games. I would love to play more. I don't have enough money to buy the other games, and 2, my PS2 doesn't work right now. Not my PS2, my PS3.
Bummer.
Yeah, the according I talked to somebody about it. He says that itself can turn on, show the games at all. I told him about it, and he says the video driver needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
What type of thing it is in the actual system itself, I haven't had a chance to get it fixed yet.
Bummer.
But for this week, for like the big 2, they did pretty good this week. Some pretty interesting comics that came out.
Sorry.
I mean, when you read Secret Empire #9, did you think of when you saw Cap's armor? Did it remind you of seeing, like, I don't know if you ever saw his armor he had in the mid-90s?
No, I didn't see the armor in the 90s, and I grew up in the 90s.
Oh, you won't believe who wrote those issues at that point.
Who?
them.
Mark who? Wait, Nick? No. Shit.
I'm still here, Tibia.
Oh,
I don't know what's with the mic at all.
know.
This is. I know that currently he's going to be writing Captain America again. Marvel Legacy. This is the third time he's written the character.
Mark Wade. Gotcha.
Yeah, but this time he's bringing in his favorite collaborating artist, Chris Simney.
I'm hoping Mark Wade is good with the book because Mark Wade Avengers is so boring. Holy shit! What Justice League in my opinion? It's one of the boring books ever, like the Champions.
It's a terrible book. No, it's a terrible SJW book. Mark Wade is officially, like some of us agree. Mark Wade seems like he's just basically done with superhero comics.
Which is sad because I like Mark Wade. Mark Wade is a good writer.
Mark Wade has so much under his name, but it feels like he's just done with comics in general. And Nick Spencer, he needs to write something that isn't superhero-based comics.
Currently, Wade writes, I think, 3
Avengers,
comic books.
Champions.
He writes Irredeemable. You remember that old comic he did for Boom? Irredeemable?
Yep.
Yeah, Irredeemable.
He's writing that again for IDW.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember.
He's the current writer. Oh, yeah, he also writes Archie. So he writes 4 comic books. But start with Marvel Legacy, I'll be able to 5 comic books.
What?
Actually, no. See, that's the problem. When Archie, what I also find weird is the woman who did the first volume left after that. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, Fiona Staples, who I don't know why she left,
artist.
but I know she's the artist for Saga.
Yeah, and I like, wait, what? You guys hyped this up, and they were a great team. I have the first volume, and all of a sudden she just left out of nowhere.
That seems odd and suspicious.
Contract issues, or maybe she had disagreement with the people who run Archie.
Yes, because Archie also decided to get rid of Sonic, and thank God IDW picked that up.
Yeah, well, it's one more comment. I had a legal issue because Ken Penny.
Oh, no, I know. The fact that he took half of the Edinas or whatever Knuckles race is, yeah, half of those characters were basically taken under him, and he rewrote them. He's even trying to launch a video game based around those characters, even though he can't call them what they call in the Sonic comic.
Yeah. So they basically have
to, and Echidnas, and now
have you heard about this one artist that sued Archie over the rights for his characters they did for Sonic?
Ken Pendy.
Yeah, yes, that's the guy right there. And basically, Archie had the people at Sonic. They basically had to do a 3 or 4 part issue of basically a universe reboot.
With Mega Man and Sonic, it was a 4-issue crossover, I think.
Yeah, and basically they're gonna redo.
It was Worlds Collide.
No, Worlds Collide was him and Mega Man.
Yeah, awesome.
And they did it twice, I believe.
Yep, they did.
Actually, the guy
I personally have never read them because I don't read Mega Man and Sonic comics. So even though it sounds like a big crossover, but I'm just not interested in reading Sonic comic books because I've got so many comic books to read.
Oh no, I have tons of. Look, like I said, in fact, I'll show you a little later on. I'll show Tibia the gigantic stack of Rebirth comics I own just alone, which is massive. I own almost everything except for Justice League, which is shit. Cyborg, nah.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence. I'm giving Supergirl a try, and I'm taking Tavia's advice and give Batman Beyond a try. I still don't know about Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, I think, just wrapped up arc, but Tidia's showing a picture of on Skype. He was very confused about the characters who showed up there.
Judge League 2001, apparently.
Who?
Yeah, it was.
Yep. That team, I didn't know anything about him.
No. I didn't hear what you say. Who was the person? Nick cut out for just cut out.
The group Justice League 3000.
Oh, from Dan Jurgens' little run that.
No, not that. Justice League 3000 was originally it was the replacement book for Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, and then people started. It basically was a good book around the 3rd or 4th issue. That's when it really started picking up. but people just didn't like it.
Wasn't it a parody?
Yeah, the original book
typically
ended. The original 3000 book ended after only releasing 15 issues, and it was relaunched with DCU as 3001, and that book lasted for 12 issues before it ended because of Rebirth.
Oh, no. It lasted, but here's the thing: in Justice League 3001, all the characters turned female. They really replaced everyone, and they all became women.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that
What
honestly
does that
made no
mean?
sense at all.
Yeah, everybody just became female for some reason. Even Guy Gardner had a future version.
Huh? Yeah, this is what I don't know.
Yeah,
That
I
book's
was like,
weird.
it wasn't a bad book. In fact, they brought the old school Blue and Gold back. They brought Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, and they brought the original. I think what Justice League International.
Didn't they brought Supergirl in? I know that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
brought.
And the book was done by Keith Giffen and Jane DeMatteis.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out who did it. I keep thinking Dan Jurgens.
No, it wasn't them. It wasn't him. It was Keith Giffen and Jane DeMatteis. Originally, Kevin McGuire was going to be the artist of 3000 for 3000, but they changed it to the artist who eventually was the artist for 3000.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Interesting.
But like I said, if you ever decide to give
So
Sonic a
realize
try,
the original JLI creative team, and then they decided let's just fire him for no reason, and just replace with different artists. I don't have a problem with the artists who did the book. It was kind of bizarre. The only reason why I read the blog because I'm a fan of the writers.
actually, I learned something interesting too.
Okay.
I didn't learn this but during Diversity Comics. In fact, they have a link to it about how Gail Simone got her job back at DC Comics, and she didn't get her job back because she was a great writer. She did it because not only was she a feminist, but she used that excuse and got people to send in basically anger emails towards DC.
Without doing New 52.
The book that she was originally fired from.
Batgirl.
Why?
Yeah.
But a new editor of the book. They were going to reveal the character Alyssa was a transsexual.
Wait, that's what they fired her for?
That's it? What?
Yeah.
What?
She has
And
a
then
job at Marvel.
later on, they did reveal. She only did like. I can think of for Marvel, she did Deadpool, and that was it.
Oh no, I mean right now, the way Marvel is structured, especially how the feminists are running everything. Oh, Gail Simone will get she'll get along with them finally because it's anybody reading The Clean Room.
Nope.
No.
Never heard of it.
No, that's the book she's writing for Vertigo.
I've heard it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That's
heard
the
it's
only
okay,
thing she's
but
writing.
I'm just not interested in reading the book at all.
Oh no, I heard people say it's a meh book. It's not even. They said that if you're not interested by the first issue, you just won't be interested in the series as a whole.
Oh, it's one of these books.
Yes, basically Gail Simone. That's the only thing Gail Simone is doing for DC/Vertigo at the moment. She needs to go to Marvel because she's basically a full-blown feminist on Twitter.
I did not know about this because I don't follow Twitter. I do go on Twitter most of the time for like I do my tweets for my videos.
Oh no! Like I said, if you go on Twitter, if you don't want to get blacklisted by most of the Marvel writers and staff, you have to keep your opinions very neutral as possible.
The only people I'm following are Gary Conway and Ryan Stegman. Those people out there we talked to.
No, they're terrible. Heather Antos is going to end up being in charts one of these days, and she's just going to poison the well.
No, I know it's Stegman and Gary Conway.
Oh no, they're going to be a thing of the past very soon because anybody who does not fall in line with these little millennials and these SJW mindset, you're not going to be at Marvel and you're not going to be part of Marvel. Period. I feel bad for people like Bendis, and like I said, Bendis is Bendis.
He's 50-50.
They say Aaron, Matt Fraction, Jonathan Hickman, people like them. I feel sorry because they did great work, and their work is not getting advertised.
Yeah, they got screwed over. Hickman got screwed over because their book got screwed over.
Fraction left for Image. Jonathan is in Image.
Hickman's an
I
Image.
don't know where. Yeah. Jonathan's an Image. Lemire
Jonathan
is back in
Hickman,
DC.
he writes Black Monday Murders. That's what he
Yeah.
does.
Ow.
And I know the only thing I know about
Black Science, and Brubaker up until about 5 years ago. He does, well, he did do the book Velvet. I heard he's doing the book Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah, I still never understood when Nick Spencer took over Captain America. When he revealed that Captain America was part of Hydra, why did people go to Ed Brubaker and start bitching about it and started making death threats to him too? Knowing he left the Marvel 5 years ago, he has nothing to do with what goes on there.
Good question.
Yeah, he was. I heard he was shocked about it. He had nothing to do
With
with
any
the
of
book
that.
at all. I even heard something that Chris Evans was not very happy with it either.
Oh no, Chris Evans said that in a tweet that he was not happy what they did with the comics. But it was Ed Brubaker that got me the best because for a guy who hasn't been part of the company in about 5 years, why are you complaining to him? That's like me saying, what? I'm going to pick a writer who's worked at one of these companies and haven't worked at them for like, I want to say Matt Fraction. Let's take Fraction for instance. Let's say Bendis undid something he did in one of his runs, and then people went to Fraction and complained about it. It's like technically he can't. Technically, he has no say over it because he left the company.
Brubaker got definitely for no reason. That pissed me off.
So far for the Cap books for the past year. Actually, for almost 2 years now, he's been doing stuff that Rick Remender and Ed Brubaker did. For Brubaker, from his run, was he turned Sin's face back to normal.
Yeah, he undid that.
He undid Cap being old and get rid of Sam Wilson being Captain America.
Oh yeah, he was slowly, but actually that's weird because who made Sam Captain America in the first place?
I think Nick Spencer. Nick Spencer, the one who did it. It was him.
But he did.
Who turned Sam Wilson to Captain America? That was Rick Remender who did that at the end of his first book he did for Captain America, which was the Captain America Volume 7. He did that in the last issue. Wilson as Captain America just for all new Captain America and of course for Uncanny Avengers.
Yeah,
and that's the only thing he did for Sam Wilson as Captain America. Yeah. There was a mini series that came out along with his run for all new Captain America called Fear Him, where it was Sam and Ian Rogers, aka Nomad, taking on Marvel's version of the Marvel villain, the Scarecrow.
Okay, yeah, because I know Nick Spencer did not turn Sam into Cap Falcon. He just took over later. Yeah, because I remember he did not do that. I was trying to remember. Who did Avengers Standoff? That's where I was trying to remember it.
Who had to play Standoff?
That was Nick Spencer. Nick Spencer did that. He's the one who turned Cap back from old to young. He undid that.
Actually, I don't mind him going back to being young. I just didn't like the fact that Sam finally got an upgrade. People really, besides Falcon, what's some of the most memorable Falcon stories you can remember?
Zero.
Not many, because a lot of the time, anything memorable with Falcon is usually whenever he's teamed up with Cap.
Yeah, that's what I said. Finally, he's Dick Grayson. Like, people always wanted to see him as Batman, and Morrison gave it to us. Well, not Morrison, because he didn't do Battle of the Cow, but he did the great Batman and Robin series. And we're like, which we say, like, finally,
actually,
upgraded.
Jeremy, though, Battle for the Cow was not the first time Dick Grayson put on the costume. He did it during the story Project, which came out just after Nightfall.
Oh, I know that one, but I'm saying, like, it actually stayed stick for a while before Bruce Wayne inevitably came back. It actually stuck, and everybody liked it. I mean, even Scott Snyder got his big run out of the Black Mirror with Dick Grayson Batman.
Yep, indeed.
Yep. Which it's like they both got an upgrade. Even Bucky had an upgrade, and then Mac Fraction gave him a downgrade. It's like all these characters.
Yeah, he basically turned him back into Winter Soldier for absolutely no reason.
Thank you, Fraction.
Actually, everybody liked it better.
Had some good books at Marvel. I mean, when people think of Fraction, what's usually the first people think of? Hawkeye
and Iron Man and Iron Fist.
And that's it. And well, and Honorable
and also he did a run for Thor. His Thor run was awesome.
And like I said, he had great runs. The thing is that he turned Bucky Cap was one of the best things that happened because Bucky made a fine Captain America. His costume was different. You could tell he was not Steve, but you could tell he's kept on the ideal Steve had laid for him.
Yeah, and the one way he can tell he's not Steve is the fact Bucky is thin.
Yep.
Oh, like I said, his costume was basically blue and black.
That's awesome, badass.
Yep.
Oh, speak of good, but we knew that still good.
Of all people who work Captain America, he's the only one to carry a gun.
Yeah, and then he went back to being Winter Soldier, and then he went back to doing all these spy-based missions again.
But then he went to space.
Yeah.
And then became the wall. That was stupid.
Brubaker was the original writer for the Winter Soldier series until I think it was he was the writer for the book until issue 14, and then there was another writer that came afterwards. Then the book ended. He got another book after Civil War, after Captain America Civil War, Captain America, which ended after 11 issues, and then he went over Thunderbolts.
Actually, here's a question: how do you guys think that this new Secret Empire is going to end? Because it's been lackluster. It's the biggest flop in Marvel history,
Boring.
and somehow it even put Fear itself to shame.
It's just people are like nostalgia, and that's pretty much it.
It's not nostalgia. This is basically what happens when you let your political opinions spill out into your work.
Yeah,
that is true. That's also on top of that too. So I mean,
because like he is anti-Trump. Him and everybody who's on Twitter, who's a Marvel staff, is literally anti-Trump. Like Dan Slott just came back Sunday from his he was in a convention in England. The first thing he literally said on his Twitter was, "I just came back. Has Trump done anything stupid yet?"
Oh my
dude. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I don't like Trump either. I'm kind of like on his side on that. I think he's outright a fucking joke. But
we all know he's a clown.
We all know, almost like you said, we all know he's a fucking clown and all that shit. But it's like honestly, I think like I see his point of view and I agree to some extent. But yet again, he's the president, and we just gotta fucking deal with it.
Now, here's another thing: you're a comic book writer. Advertise your books and quit complaining about Trump, because he literally has 40 tweets about Trump per day.
Right,
well,
stop trying to.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I kind of have this little bit of theory of mine. Like, the reason why some comic book writers like him don't promote their books is they know they know like. The characters are well known, so why should I promote them?
No. Actually, some people said Marvel already knew Silver Surfer was destined to fail, yet they did it anyway.
That's just sad. Because I like Silver Surfer.
I'm glad
it's like a quota. They just had to put out the book just to keep the character relevant.
Yeah. That's sometimes what Marvel does. And it's like it sucks, but it just does that shit. And I mean, like it really kind of shows what all things are, and but fucking hell, I mean, just it's really, I honestly feel like with Marvel, they sometimes like promote their books if they want to do it, but I feel like the some comic book websites, they just promote them. They just promote the comic. Comic websites promote the comic. I think
that's like comic book resources because they love to suck Marvel off hard.
Comic.com, Newsarama.
Yeah, exactly like that. They think those are the ones that pretty much set the stones and pretty much they think they're okay, which is kind of disappointing if you think about it. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not. If I did it, I would promote it. But they like to fuck around. They like to socialize. They like to fuck around. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the problem with their socializing is they don't talk about anything that goes on with the comics themselves. They are mostly just spewing out whatever the millennials are spewing out.
That's a given. Today's day and age, you're gonna have that.
That's it, damage with political
But no. But that's the problem we're saying. We don't mind their political agendas or whatever. Just don't put them in your comics and don't. But like, Marvel has been affected by SJWs and feminists. Like everything today is being it's like up in generations. All the female books basically show they're better than their old counterparts who just so happen to be white males.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get that because the feminist is really huge these days now. I mean, like it's
to be fair and defend on Wolverine, I give that book credit because I do. That book.
What's so bad about All New Wolverine?
No. Hit it. Let me explain. I'm not saying it's bad.
The book is great. The Generation book is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think it was terrible. I think it was better than what we got in that shitty fucking crossover book.
I will agree to that 100%. It was.
But why didn't Laura ever once mention anything about?
Because she didn't want to affect the entire timeline, and she wanted to literally think Logan that she was just another mutant that stood by, and that was basically it. That's the only logical thing I could think of that would make fucking sense.
Well, that's the problem, but the Marvel timeline just goes wherever the hell the Marvel timeline
is. That is sometimes the case when you're dealing with time travel, and they love doing time travel.
They do time travel non-stop at this point.
One question I have about Generations is, how are you time traveling? Seriously.
Good question. What's the magic time travel?
What was the point of
I have no idea how to do time traveling. But the first two one-shots they came out with, which was the Hoax one and Jean Grey, I personally enjoyed those because I thought they were really good one-shots.
It was fun. Wolverine. It was fun. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Time traveling. That's all. I want to know what made you want to go back in time to begin with.
Because I think it's all going to lead up to a purpose. I think it's all going to lead up to Generations, and the way it looks like it's been passed down to everything. And hell, I'm going to talk about that Thor Generation book.
Oh yeah,
Thor. I'm like, Odin was the first Thor.
Huh?
Dude. Okay, so Thor is no longer a person; it's a title.
It's a title. That is a title. That is not. It is set on stone. You like when you have when you have fucking Odin, young Odin, in his younger years, have the hammer. That says it all. Where it's not like the Thor mythology is completely fucking different. And personally, as a fan of Thor, I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it because I'm like, they gotta explain this. This is something I'm interested in seeing, and this is the one thing I'm coming back because I kind of dropped the Thor book because I didn't like some of the storylines what they were going for, and I just with Jane Foster, I still think Jane Foster is a great Thor, and she truly deserves to be Thor.
I have two questions. One, is Jason Aaron still writing?
Yes,
Thor?
he's still writing the book.
And the second thing is, I'm looking forward to the Iron Man one. I just want to see Riri.
Dude, that is something that I'm most looking forward to. Because the way...
one thing I can praise for the Thor one is they threw in a reference to a Rick Remender book.
Yeah, exactly.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, and also
they threw in the issue where they had Thor fight Apocalypse. And you also get a chance to see something that I don't think anybody's seen in a while. The past using his axe.
Oh yeah.
Well, you did see it in Jason Aaron's run, God Butcher.
Speaking of Generations, Thor, we'll talk about the ending for a sec because what was the ending with the Phoenix? Huh?
It was it's Generations. In the first, the generation where you saw the Phoenix there. That's her.
Yes, I know. It's one big time paradox. Jean Grey is a time paradox within itself.
How did Odin and the Phoenix fit together?
The Phoenix used to be a woman back in the ancient times.
Actually, the Phoenix, before they retconned it, the Phoenix was just an entity of death and rebirth.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, it was the reason why Galactus survived the previous universe dying.
Exactly.
Now it's basically the Phoenix is basically whatever Marvel wants it to be now.
And the current host of the Phoenix is Thane, Thanos' son.
But then the Phoenix is one book with Jean Grey. What the fuck is the fan?
Wait, has Hope Summer ever interacted with the previous, not the current, whatever the all different Jean Grey? Has she ever interacted with her?
I don't know. I
Yes.
don't follow Jean Grey book.
Yes, yes. She actually met her in, I believe it was in the 3rd issue of the series. The issue where it had the cover where it's a homage to X-Men #4.
Actually, I'm also still confused about one. Who was the person Emma Frost was talking to in the Black Hellfire Club?
They never explained that even this about crap.
And two, why isn't she trying to convince young Scott to be on her side?
She's trying to manipulate him into becoming the adult Cyclops who would pick a psychopath.
Yeah, because Emma Frost still has a thing for Cyclops, even though that she basically developed an attraction to him when he was still married to Jean Grey.
It was really stupid.
Basically, she just wanted to marry. She just wanted to fuck around. And one, I honestly believe she just wanted to get back at Jean. And I think it actually turned into love to a creepy obsession. At least when Bendis writes her.
Yeah, to the point where they actually had an affair in his mind, where Emma Frost had an affair with Scott Summers in her mind.
What?
Yes.
You fucking kidding me?
And then it came back again.
Yeah, this happened during Grant Morrison's X-Men run.
And then it came back at AVX because Scott brought it up that she had an affair with Namor psychically.
What?
Yeah. There's even like one issue of Karen Gillian's run where Emma Frost and Namor are making out.
Yeah, like I said, it gets.
Dude, it is stupid.
Dude, like I said, the downfall for Marvel honestly started with 2011 when DC relaunched New 52, and they had to do AVX just to relaunch all new Marvel. And I believe they got infected by something, and ever since then, Marvel's just been going downhill.
I think the downside Marvel one more day. That was the downside Marvel for me.
I also beat AVX. It started with AVX,
but
and
at least that with Marvel Legacy, at least you get praises for this. They're not relaunching every single title again.
Oh wait.
Hey, wait, is Generations the lead up to Legacy? Is that what it really is?
I think it is. I think all Marvel's one thing that I think a lot of people are very happy with is that people have been waiting for this for about, I don't know, 5 years. The return of the triple-digit numbering.
Well, been at it for.
Well, they had to wait till Rebirth did it first because Rebirth said, "Oh, wait, people liked it." So Marvel thought, "You know what? Let's bring them all back." Except we're not bringing the Fantastic Four. We're just going to give you Johnny and the Thing.
What?
Be happy with that.
I'm like, why in the world would you bring back that title for? I mean, the title was great. I've read it. It's a really good title. It's a team-up title. But why bring it back for? The book was meant to be a Thing team-up book.
What are they gonna? What are you talking about? I'm lost.
Well,
like you remember those old Deadpool team-up books? It's basically they're doing a team-up with the Thing and Human Torch.
Because that's the only thing they could think of because the Fantastic Four fans begged and begged and begged and begged and plead.
We plead. Marvel won't give it back.
No, they will give you it, but in a way where it's a twist. That's what Marvel's given. They will give you what you want. Hell, they're even saying they're having even a Thor line and a Hulk book, ongoing book. They want fans or just literally readers want to read Thor, just kick some ass, and that's it. And they've been really burnt out or just not a fan of Jane Foster as Thor. So they're really like, okay, we'll give you a couple of one-shots, and we'll give you an ongoing book of Thor and Hulk because, one, we know you're going to buy it. Two, it's because we're promoting it for the movie, of course. And three, we want your goddamn money, so pay us.
Here's my retort. Here's my retort to it. No, like when people said nobody likes diversity, nobody complained about Jane Foster Thor because we all knew Thor.
They did.
Oh yeah, they did do that. Shit.
The minority, especially on Comic Vine, it was a minority. In fact, a lot of people on Comic Vine was telling the other people to shut the hell up. Let's see how it went.
Because it's everyone complained about Jane Foster. There were
I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. I was kind of like, okay, but everyone did not like it because they don't like Jane Foster as Thor. They think it's kind of stupid, it's dumb, and it's fucking pathetic. And it's like,
and then Oren proved you wrong. Well, it proved everyone else wrong.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and it's like, yeah, when you prove them wrong, they're still being assholes. It's just like, to me, I kind of like giving up on people because, like, on people's opinions, I just like, let's just, if you read the book, read the book. I mean, like, people still bitch about Miles till this very end, and it just
Why?
I bitch about Miles because Bendis just basically retold the story after Secret War.
Yeah, that's
because they're just trying to fit him into the ultimate in the Marvel's
main universe.
the main
But we
universe.
already know
Yes,
his
and
story.
I have no idea why this is, but apparently, I think it was one of the most recent issues that came out for the series that Luna, aka Bombshell, is in love with the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man.
Okay, we all knew that since the Ultimate Universe.
Speaking of Ultimate, thank you, Ultimate issue 100. The Ultimate Universe still alive and kicking.
You mean in a fucking parallel universe, which I really couldn't care less.
Oh no! See, apparently when Molecule Man put the multiverse back, the Ultimate Universe probably came back. That's why.
Ultimate issue 100 explaining that the real Ultimate Iron Man, Ultimate Captain America.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like, honestly, do I really care? Because those are the fucking versions that I honestly fucking hate. Because who wrote the Ultimates?
Mark Miller opens to.
Yeah, he does not get Iron. He gets Iron Man to an extent. He does not get the rest. Thor is like,
oh no, he made him a selfish, drunk asshole.
Cap, they made him a jerk. They made him anti-French. Like, there's a joke in one of the issues. I think it was in the first Ultimate, where he says, "Does this A on my head stand for France?"
Oh, and he beat the hell out of Hulk. He beat up the Hulk. Don't know how that happened, but he did it.
Honestly, and that's another thing. Like, I hate the Ultimate.
Basically, putting Jen in the hospital.
And that's another thing. Like, I hate the Ultimates. Tell you, I'm glad to see Ultimate Iron Man. He's probably the only thing good about that fucking team.
His tumor was.
I mean, like, besides all that, and hell, even Wasp. It's good to see her back from the dead. It's just like, besides all that, there are very few things about that team that I really like. Honestly.
Ultimate Captain America died again.
Huh?
Ultimate Captain America, he died again.
Wait, what? Wait, I'm lost.
Wait, how did he die this time?
The Maker killed him for disobeying his orders.
Yep.
Wait, I thought he was in the 616 universe, just piling around, banging Doom's mom.
He's not. Okay, yes, he is. But in Ultimate issue 100, the final issue of Ultimate, he actually recreated the E-Chain Eternity somehow. He also basically recreated Ultimate, but then Ultimate Giant Man, he got killed off. Ultimate Captain America, he got killed off. Ultimate Mars, I know she's still alive. Ultimate Hulk, he's still alive. And Ultimate Iron Man's still alive. And now they're going after the Makers.
Yeah, and for some reason, I'm not sure why this is. Apparently, Wasp and Giant remember when they were killed.
Ultimatum.
Well, so I'll just say this: cool, happy, really don't give a fuck. Because honestly, if you bring back, the only thing I would be kind of like, generous, and this is something I did see, but it's like, it's just like, it's still like no X1C crap, and that is the Ultimate X-Men. And I know they bring them back, but it's like, it's not the X-Men that I read. It's the X-Men, the second X-Men run. Yeah, and it's like, honestly, I like that team, but I would rather have Scott, Ultimate Jean, everybody that you know and liked from the Ultimates come back, but where they're a little bit better and they're a little aware of what happened, but they're going to try. They have a second chance of life. They could help out the current X-Men and just go from there. I would have been completely happy with. But since they didn't do that part, I kind of like, Marvel, you're just doing this just to kind of bring back somewhat what's left of the Ultimate Universe. I get it. It's one of your best. It's one of your best comic books. But honestly, there's really no point of dragging that universe anymore. You got what was anything good from that fucking universe now. Really, it's Miles. Which is Miles. And Miles, like, I get. You tell me, you're like, you don't want Miles in the main universe, but honestly, he was the only thing good in that universe, and plus he knew Peter. It's good. It's graceful enough that we have another Spider-Man. Hell, there may be one time that you might get your wish that Marvel will be like, hey, let's have Peter Parker get back with MJ again, and then retire the character and have Miles.
I support that.
Miles get the title, the Amazing title, and go forward. That's something I want.
I want that too. I love that. It's a great idea.
But it won't happen until not anytime soon. But we'll see how things go. Granted, Bendis is doing okay with his run right now. I'm just literally saying it. What's the point of bringing the Ultimate Universe back?
I mean, there's no point. There's nothing worth going out. The only thing they could bring out is Peter Parker, so Bendis could wrap up that whole mystery how he came back to life.
I kind of say too little, too late on that end, because
it's too late.
Because it's like you had a shot right there to explain what's going on, but the problem was Secret Wars happened and everything else came along. It was like
happened.
Yeah, no. Ultimate, no. Tell me what the fuck does Ultimate End have to do with everything? I mean, like
Ultimate End tied to Secret Wars.
No. Cataclysm was basically leading up to the end.
Okay, exactly. Thank you. But it's like, it's just like the point is, what was the whole point? What's the whole point doing that storyline? It's just literally like there's no point. Honestly,
like Spider-Man 2. There's no point in doing it.
Yep.
Well, there is a point on that end because they left it hanging on that because they wanted they established there's a Miles universe.
But the problem is that Miles is there now. So what's the point in bringing out?
Because they wanted to bring in something and tie in loosely on that story, and plus they had to bring a storyline with Peter and Miles together. That's the only thing I could think of.
Isn't that Peter Miles' story? So
that's a younger Peter Parker. That's during the time frame where Peter was dating Gwen and fucking MJ.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with that. Like what I was saying with Spider-Man 2 is the reason why I say it's too little too late because it would have worked better because Miles could have went to the 616 universe, saw how their universe was so different from his. But now we know that Miles is there. It kind of beats the whole point of talking about the other Miles to begin with.
I think they would also. I think. Hold on, fuck it.
Okay.
Like I said, it's like it's like you say with the whole bring it back Ultimate Peter Parker. It's too little. It's too late. The plot line was there. You had it. If Bendis didn't take so goddamn long getting to it, like
he's a guy where it takes his sweet ass time doing it. And two, like I like I think Spider-Man 2 is okay. I also kind of feel like what Bendis is trying to do, he's trying to make Bendis basically make Miles to be like, this is what Miles could have been if he was that corrupted.
If he went evil, he went nuts and had scars on his face.
Yeah, that too. So again, I think, and also we can make a lot of storylines for Miles's book because you could have Miles get his arch nemesis, which is his alternate counterpart, and that is something would be a very interesting dynamic. It would be very just overall story plot threads. It would add really development, not only Miles as a character, but Miles as a hero.
Speaking of Miles, sorry.
I wasn't done yet, but it's like I get it. You guys say it's a little too late. I kind of like in your boat as well. I still like was the whole bringing this whole thing in here again. It makes no sense. Why are you bringing this? I guess Marvel didn't want to do it until they feel like doing it. I was thinking Dan Slott was going to do it, but during that time frame where Superior Spider-Man came along,
I knew that was never going to happen.
Yeah,
but Dan didn't want to do. I guess Dan didn't want to do it, but yeah. So like honestly, it is what it's a lose. It's a one. It's basically
situation.
It's a one. What's that? It's a win and losing.
It's a one-way street.
No. It's a win.
Either you take it or you don't.
It's not that. It's like, no, you're missing my point. It's like, you're winning on the whole point of like, okay, you have this villain in of this evil Miles. You have someone like could lead many stories with him, but also a losing streak of, what's the whole point of all this? That's the thing. It's like it's win and lose scenario. Win and lose scenario. That's all.
Yep.
I honestly think Bendis could have done it a while ago, but it's like it will just leave the story how it is. Like Bendis is doing whatever he does, how he thinks is good. Granted, I'm waiting patiently on fucking Iron Man. That's the only thing I give a fuck. Like, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck are you gonna bring Iron Man back? Because there's 600 issues coming, and I'm really hoping he brings him back.
Isn't Infinite Iron Man ending?
Oh no, Infamous Iron Man is ending. Yeah, it's ending on issue 12, I believe.
Yeah, no, wait. I think it. Hold on. Oh, wait, look, because I got all the covers right here. I'll tell you right now. I think it's one more issue to go. I think.
Which I'm like, wait, why end it? It's one of the best things he's written so far.
Oh, Infamous.
Like, I love Infamous Iron Man, and like
I thought it was good, but it's like my whole problem with the Infamous
I find
Iron
it interesting, in my opinion.
I thought it was good.
Said last week, Edgar, sorry to cut you off, but like, what are you gonna do with Doom once it ends?
Yeah, exactly. It's got one more issue for Invincible. For Infamous, yeah, it's ending on issue 12. That's enough. Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
of the titles ending, I think there's about 2 more titles slated to end soon. Besides Infamous Iron Man, I believe Doctor Strange: Sorcerer Supreme is going to end because it's not part of the Marvel Legacy lineup. And
they're continuing.
They are?
They are?
Yeah. Loki's going to be the new Sorcerer Supreme.
Huh? When did that happen?
Well, Loki's been a good two shoes for a couple of years, so I'm like, hey, why not fucking have him as Sorcerer Supreme?
Well, he almost ran for president. We could have almost voted for him. He could probably been the best choice of anybody.
Yeah, that was a quick little series. I know that Black Panther and the Crew is ending.
Yep.
Oh no, that thing is just racist or prejudice.
Oh, shit.
Read the first issue.
I have to ask the question, like, why in the world did Marvel decide to end Black Panther: World of Wakanda? It was a great series.
Wait, that was the good one, right? With the 2 lesbian terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last issue focused on Christopher Cole, who was Panther for a year during Christopher Priest's last year of his run for Black Panther.
Okay.
Interesting.
That the last issue, I thought there was going to be more, and all of a sudden it just stops after only releasing 6 issues.
Yeah, like the Crew, except the Crew was stated to do
it. Ended. It was like no announcement. It just abruptly stops. It's one of those times when Marvel ends a book and they don't make an announcement, or at the end of like the second to last issue, say, "Oh yeah, next issue is gonna be the last one." If they're gonna say this next issue is gonna be the last one, why not say show the cover and put like the little like band like final issue? I've seen this a few times.
$29.99.
Like, a lot of the time, whenever Marvel ends series, they just don't care.
Yeah, no,
Marvel sometimes is sometimes a dick move when they literally end a series and they don't announce it. Where I'm like, when they like, for example, Spider-Gwen and Silk's first run, they didn't announce it. They didn't say any word on, we're canceling this. We're not gonna. It's ending or whatever. It's like they just literally ended with no announcement, nothing. And the writer had to say, "Hey guys, this is the last issue, this and that," and everyone was like, "What the fuck, Mo?" And you know,
I was pissed off.
It just actually it made me kind of aggravated because I'm like, "What the fuck? I just bought this 5 issues and you just literally ended it right there."
You go back number 1.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Like Star-Lord. Star-Lord was not.
I'm glad that's not ending, and I think a lot of people are very happy with this. Spider-Gwen, there's no sign of it ending anytime soon.
Good.
Well, why not? It's one of the better Spider books. But like I was saying, Star-Lord, people thought it was a mini. No, it just ended. In fact, you had to learn from the editor that it was canceled. Like Silver Surfer, Slott. If you didn't hear from Slott's Twitter, you would have never known it was ending. In fact, you probably never knew it existed.
Well, I'll just say this. I really don't care about Silver Surfer. I thought it was a very, very,
praise
very.
about Silver Surfer is this. Remember something that apparently most of the writers of Marvel have forgotten. That Nick Fury is the Watcher now. It was that book.
What?
Black Widow did this, and Jason Aaron did this for Unworthy Thor, where they had the characters go to the moon and say, "Oh yeah, look, it's Nick Fury. He's the new Watcher now."
Wait,
The
what?
writer at Marvel bothered to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something I did. I asked Al Ewing, does anybody remember Galactus' pregnant daughter? He just liked my comment.
Nope.
I think he was glad that somebody reminded somebody that she still exists.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know she did exist. I completely forgot all about her.
She had a Twitter. She actually responded to you and everything back then when Marvel used to do the whole thing with Wolverine and the X-Men? Yeah, and the X-Men they used to do this thing on where on rare occasions they would do a Twitter thing where they would do Q&A, but they would act like the actual students from the book. And they
Nice.
I'll just say this. I mean, like, it's really, really unfortunate. That's saying a lot. I mean, like, just blows my mind. But I'll also say this on when it comes to Marvel. Like, Marvel, you take what you can get. I mean, like, it's just like when it comes to Marvel these days, it's just like you gotta like either like it or either not. I mean, you know, another thing, I don't know about Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, but I heard it's like doing okay. It's just like
it's doing pretty good. They actually, one of the most recent issues, they explain why Drax is a pacifist now.
Okay. Explain, it's kind of dark.
When it comes to Marvel, you just got to take a win whenever you get it, or just have a defeatist attitude and accept whatever they throw out.
Exactly.
Only Guardians of the Galaxy is that you don't see this very often anymore. Like have a standalone spotlight issue on, like, let's say you have a group of characters and you have like a standalone issue. You just finish up an arc, and you have a standalone issue focused on one of the characters who appear in the book. They've done this for several of the characters in the book, where Duggan is like done one for Drax. I think he did one for Star-Lord. Where each one of these characters, it has nothing to do with whatever Stark he's doing. He does it between like every like 2 or 3 issues. He just does these like standalone issues focused on the characters.
Yeah.
Wait, Andrew.
But I'll just say this about the Spider-Man book before we go any further. The Amazing Spider-Man book. I'm glad that my theory kind of came true, because I kind of told this to Tevia. I'm like, way back in where the fucking the second Illuminati storyline. I'm like, you know, is it just me, or they're just setting up fucking what's her face, Mockingbird, as kind of like a potential love interest?
Oh yeah,
that for Peter. And it was very interesting how it all set up. They worked very together. They done everything good. They're good friends. And, you know, it was a very, let's just say, interesting direction in my eyes. And I feel like
in the Secret Empire tie-in.
What? Would you make?
Yeah, and Bird is Spider-Man's probably the first guy she's probably been with since she divorced Hawkeye.
Exactly.
Wait, they got divorced?
Yeah, they got
divorced like a long time. In fact, Matt Fraction, it and his series, they all talk about how he was dating Jessica Jones, not Jessica, Jessica Drew, and Mockingbird was there, and they were all basically it was all his exes. And, you know, they were just basically talking down on him.
Bendis was the one who said the relationship between Spider-Woman and Hawkeye, which a lot of the writers basically forgot about, and then they broke up during Infinity.
But Fraction remembered.
Yeah, well, a lot of people just forgot about it.
Actually, here are the two characters I like. The two people I keep up with is Riri Williams, because I really want to see how her superhero career pans out, and Lunella, whatever.
Moonlight Dinosaur.
Yeah, Lunella Lafiti, because I just want to understand how many people are just going to keep praising her as the world's smartest, just because she solved a Rubik's Cube that Amadeus Cho made.
I love that series, but I don't like the whole genius crap.
No, the thing is, she solved a Rubik's Cube that apparently Bruce Banner made. She solved it in a couple of seconds, and then he dubbed her the smartest person on Earth, and everybody's just been running with it since. And then they had a whole arc called The
Yeah.
Smartest There Is.
Tony Stark is smart than
Reed Richards is the smartest, and Reed Richards is the smartest one.
Valerie
That
Richardson
too.
is actually the smartest.
That too.
But
Yep.
you know, the fact is, like, look, Marvel. Yeah, we'll just. I'm like, comes to Marvel, like, I'm glad they're taking some relationships because one of the biggest problem I had with Marvel, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, really, what is the whole point of the whole? Oh, woe is
Well,
for
Peter.
Peter, for Peter, like, what is the whole point of, like, oh, woe is me, this and that? I'm back to square one, this and that, and like, that was my biggest fears. Now they're kind of like having him getting a relationship with Mockingbird. This makes me like kind of hope in that for the future, Peter Elise is gonna get some development.
Oh, they did this with Parker Industries and Doc Ock basically like, wait, I wrote my cover.
No.
I know read everything.
It's like you said, Nick. It's a double-edged sword. It's like the good news is we basically got rid of Parker Industry. The bad news for the Spidey fans is MJ is still not going to be relevant. So you know, fuck
She'll
you.
never be relevant as long as the people who are working on Marvel Comics don't want that relationship. And plus, they give it
Dan Slott. Dan
No,
Slott
it's not
mainly
just-
keeps tweeting that.
It's not just Dan Slott. I just feel like Marvel just not want to do it. They literally they don't want to, like, even you give it to someone else. I just feel like Marvel does not want to get Peter with another girl. They want to get with someone else.
But they tried it. They failed too many times.
They
No,
they
see, they
did.
keep making up characters that nobody really wanted. It's like every time they make even a girlfriend, they kind of made her likable as time goes on.
To tell you, like, they know they don't, like the whole part with the whole like Jessica Drew type shit. That was all like Marvel's like Peter's gonna break up with her no matter what, and it's like because this and X, Y, and Z crowd because he didn't give her the full trust. When you have fucking what's her face,
Oh, Carly Cooper.
Mockingbird, just literally being with Peter. She knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. She's been with Peter. She's like all that stuff. It's like they're kind of hinting. They're just telling you we're developing Peter Parker and making him not have, or if he's going to get into a relationship, he's going to be with someone else. If you want Peter and Mary Jane together, you're going to get a different continuity because
in fact, what is everybody's
And
most
Slott is
disappointing?
practically the only writer who's doing anything with Mockingbird because, with the exception of her ongoing series, Marvel isn't anything with this character in probably the last few years. It's like she just basically remained on the shelf for a while, making candidates her as a supporting character in Amazing Spider-Man. And it's like, oh, he else is like, and when we buy any of the Avenger books, I mean, the last Avenger book she was on was Secret Avengers, but that was like 2 years ago.
Bloodstone. I think that's her name. Isn't that the girl from Monsters Unleashed?
Yeah, that was a Bloodstone.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw her in anything?
Prior to that, she was in Fearless Defenders.
Ah, okay. Which I did not read.
I'll say this. I read a bit of her. I read a bit of Mockingbird's solo book.
Call it really good.
You're coming in
It
and out,
actually
Nick.
did not make the amount of sales that Marvel wanted to.
Right.
Nick, you're coming in and out. But go, Edgar.
Well, he's good. He's good with my end. He's good.
Sales Marvel won't make. So that's the sold. And
Like I keep saying, you're chopping up.
yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I think he crashed.
making the sale.
Yeah, he's going, but he doesn't realize it's not working.
Yeah.
Marvel wanted it to make.
Nick, your mic's going in and out.
Okay, Nick. Anyway, not Nick. Edgar, like you were going.
I read the Mockingbird book. It was good. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I just feel like with all like let's just say with Marvel trying not to be with Mary Jane, they went out of their way. And it's honestly like it's never going to happen. it's best as we let it go, because it's just the way Marvel's continuing. They're not gonna make it where it's not just Dan Slott. It's just like the people running Marvel.
Like Axel Alonso, Casada, and some other people.
Yeah. They're never like, and hell, look, and it's up to them. Do they want to do it? No, they don't. They refuse to have them back together. And hell, they even have Mary Jane show up in different books, and that's just saying a lot.
Oh no, I gave up a long time ago. The moment they start putting her in Iron Man, that's when I knew that you guys are just basically trying to have wishful thinking.
Not to find out in the coffin, unfortunately. That broke my heart. I was pissed. I was angry. I was mad. It's just video.
Dude, I gave up a long time ago. In fact, what's everybody's most disappointing Marvel book?
Disappointing Marvel book of all time? Had to be 29. 29 got canceled, and I love that book.
Actually, I got a whole bunch of books. One that will piss off Edgar, but I'm not going to say that one. Let's see. There's Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. There's the Unstoppable Wasp, which got stopped at, what, issue 12?
Yep.
So I guess something could stop the Wasp.
Yep.
Let's see. Moon Girl was fun until they started just basically brown-nosing how smart she was.
I love Moon Girl. That's one of my favorite books in Marvel.
I know. It started off fun, and it started off nice. Then they started basically shoving the fact that she's a little black girl who's smart. So they started pushing that forward with their own little agendas, and that just made the book terrible. Yep. Let's see. There's, like I said, there's a list of things that coming out of Marvel that
that's disappointing for me, in my opinion. That is sad.
I'm back. All right.
Okay.
Oh, like I was saying, what is your most disappointing Marvel book? Like I said, it was Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Unstoppable Wasp. They got stopped at issue 12. Double Dinosaur Moon Girl, when they started shoving the fact that she's the smartest person on Earth, that's when it started getting tolerable. There's just a lot of things.
Mine, I just didn't care about that. My disappointing is this current event.
Secret Empire.
Yes, it was built up for a year, and it's basically a flop.
Yeah, the time got bullshit.
Flopped so hard. It's just like, what is the point?
It's a fish out of water, gasping for air.
No, the ending was like hell. The ending's already fucking out. Captain America, Captain America supposedly dramatically like the good Captain America that we all know. He magically comes and just literally knocks some shit into Hydra Captain and just beats the shit out of him with Thor's hammer. And I'm like, oh good God, here we go. This is probably going to be the only good issue in this entire fucking thing. And how I'm like, to me, I was like kind of hoping, okay, maybe Tony Stark will come back in this one, or maybe they'll bring some revelations. What's Captain America's plan? This or that. Their fucking plan was fucking nothing. Honestly,
no. Their plan was to hope that something could give them a push in their direction. Like Thor just stopped Thor all of a sudden just stopped working for Hydra Cap because he had enough. Why didn't you stop the first time when he was taking shit off?
Why didn't you kill Superior Spider-Man or Superior Octopus?
No, Superior Octopus was working for No, they're not going to kill the Superior Spider-Man because they're going to work. He's working for them. Why would you fucking do that shit? It's just stupid. And also another thing, let's just say this right now. I really don't like how they treated Frank Castle. It's like, why would Frank Castle work with someone and literally he's doing something wrong? Wouldn't he fucking say, okay, I agree some of your methods or some of your decision making, but I refuse to work with you because I know you're breaking the law.
No, in fact, when the moment he joined Hydra and started working Hydra, he should have known something was off. Like, he joined Cap during the Civil War. Cap beat the shit out of him, and he refused to lay a finger on Steve because that's how much he respected him.
At least that one made sense. Again,
it doesn't make no sense. Why would he work with
Captain Hydra?
Captain Hydra makes no sense. Like, there was no problem really.
The entire resistance was basically built on a giant. If somebody can come in and give us that push we need, and like Bucky living, Quasar waking up, the entire resistance getting some balls, Hydra's turning on itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, showing up.
yeah, I agreed. The one thing I'll say is like I like the fact that there was some things about that event that I liked. The whole tie-in between Dr. Octavius and Spider-Man, that was pretty cool. And just really, that's basically it.
The one kid that came out of time with the struggling part of the industry and Doug up. Okay,
Yeah,
Doug screaming that pissed me off. Like, what the hell?
like Doc Ock is good. Like it was good to see Doc Ock again, and hopefully he sticks around this time. And I mean, this time, don't kill him off this time.
Again.
What was the point of the champions? They didn't do anything.
That's
The
a
whole
good
point
question.
of the champions because they couldn't do anything. They really couldn't. They were joining on the supposedly the resistance.
The Red Room.
Yeah, and they were trying to help, but they couldn't. They were a team where basically they're basically like they'll help out, but they're not the big guns. The big guns were in the main book. What was supposedly left in that fucking book? I mean, like, I don't like bashing Marvel. I don't like bashing Marvel, but it's like again, I kind of feel like they had an opportunity because Civil War was kind of like Civil War 2 was kind of like a okayish book after rereading it now. It's like, it's like there was some potential to make a great fucking storyline, a great revelations, and where Captain America is this big fucking villain and he's taking over the entire fucking planet. What can Earth's mightiest heroes do? What can they do? And it literally could do some great things, and you could have Iron Man come back and have some badassness where Tony Stark
Real Tony Stark, not the
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Edgar. You're thinking about Siege and Dark Reign, where all of a sudden all the good heroes came back during Siege, like Tony Stark waking up and they all beat Norman Osborn. He lost the control of his Iron Man army. Everything like that.
That's something
none of that happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's something I was like.
Participate in Siege. They were doing stuff in their own book.
Oh.
That's something I was like waiting, and when it's just a matter of time, Tony's gonna wake up, or someone's gonna wake up Tony, fill him in, and he's gonna go down there, get on his new suit of armor.
Yeah. He did it with the retro suit. He did it with the retro suit on Norman.
And it's just like, yeah. It's like put him on. Like I was kind of hoping he was gonna put on his new suit or just whatever armor and fight Captain America. It would be you would imagine like the fan community of Marvel were like, whoa, holy shit.
We could have got the old school Avengers back again. But
yeah, exactly. No. And you could have this badassness where, surprise, bitch, you're gonna fucking take us down and think again. And you could have Iron Man. Tony Stark says, You think I was like sleeping? I didn't heard what you said. I heard it all. I know exactly what you said. I know everything you did. You were the man behind everything, behind the whole Civil War, the whole fucking Banner's death. You were everything behind it all. You were the one that caused everything, and we were all blinded by your fucking work.
Like you were just such a good man that we did refuse to believe you could become this corrupted.
What you were saying is bullshit.
That is something, and you could have Iron Man just beat the shit. And hell, I would have the way I would have done it. I would have Iron Man just beat him up, grab the shield, and almost about to kill him, but just literally knock him out and literally put him in prison. That would have been.
Old school Cap come in since he's now back again. Him and Bucky could have took out Hydra Cap.
Dude, that would have been dope.
What will AI Tony? What will that stupid AI crap?
No. See, he would have Tony. But it just became a big villain for Riri and Tony Stark to deal with later on in their book. But we didn't get none of that.
Exactly.
Oh.
I mean, like,
there's like many questions related to Iron Man that have in the past couple of years not been answered.
Yeah, go on, Nick.
It's just like, I don't think that Bendis either one doesn't want to answer these questions, or two, he doesn't feel like it.
No, he's leaving it open for someone else. Remember, there's always the third option. He leaves those things up, like what he did in Age of Ultron. He all time cracking is going into the Ultimate Universe. That's just for somebody else to fill out. Al Ewing had to do it.
Like Gillian did, the whole part with the whole Tony Stark was an adopted son to someone else, and and fucking Bendis had to fucking explain all this shit. I'm gonna say this right now. The last issues of that entire fucking book is the saving grace of that. Like, I like the whole flashbacks with Tony Stark, the whole younger years type shit, but it was really not going anywhere.
Boy.
Wait, didn't Bendis do the 2015 Iron Man run? Because that
Yeah,
one
he
didn't.
did 2 books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he
never
did.
brought up any of that shit about his
No. It was supposed to bring that shit up, but they changed their plans because Civil War II was coming, and they're like, "Fuck, okay, we're gonna have to release another Iron Man title." And there we go. I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know when. I thought he was gonna do a War Machine book because Rhodey, what he was supposed to do was he was gonna make him like global. He was gonna make him like the next best thing, like kind of like in like he was in like the 90s where he was a very top tier and he was in the top and pretty much I was thinking he was
killed
going to
off.
Yeah,
he killed off the first issue.
He got killed off for bullshit reasons.
he got killed off in the issue 0 because Marvel didn't want to do him anymore because they didn't want to do him because, and that's another thing that's really unfortunate because I wanted to see Rhodey get back or just literally trying to do something with him. Like I wanted to see something.
He could have been a great mentor to Riri right now.
That is again, I agree. He could have been a phenomenal. I was thinking like, how would Rhodey would feel if his girlfriend not only took out his best fucking friend out? How would he feel? He would feel disgusted. I think he would arrest her for.
Oh no, yes, as a U.S. Marine, well, a former U.S. Marine, and somebody who actually fought in wars, her going to another country and declaring that she's taking it over, he would have fucking lost it.
Oh, dude, he would. But just like I think, honestly, it would be good. It would be interesting seeing him mentor her and trying to tell her, you can't do this. You gotta help. You gotta do this and that. And you can have the whole flashback where Rhodey and Tony had their differences, but Tony did help Rhodey when he was Iron Man, and he's like, Tony wasn't I wasn't the best Iron Man, but I know from the best that I could be a better hero. And this also could help.
I can help you.
Here's another thing. I wouldn't if Rhodey didn't die, he would have been my first choice to pick Iron Man.
Well,
not
Dr. Doom.
No, I wouldn't pick
Dr. Doom would have never been anyone's choice.
Yeah, like Dr. Doom, like it was like kind of like, yeah, I guess so, whatever. That was my kind of like that's my only thing. Like, okay, he's Iron Man, whatever. That's the only thing.
Bendis made it great.
It's good, but it's like, to me, I look at when the one thing I was hoping is they shouldn't have killed Rhodey off. Like,
yeah,
it's just, to me, it's a missed opportunity where you could have made that whole storyline of him making a comeback of him and have everyone like him. And hell, nobody would bitch about it. No one would bitch about him being Iron Man. And I guarantee you.
One thing, Edgar. Tony needed a reason for Civil War II to happen.
Oh, yeah.
He needed a reason.
For the reasons.
Like, he got mad at Ulysses and Carol for using the power, but it's only until Rhodey died. Yeah, that's when it finally kicked off Civil War II.
Yeah, and that's the only say race the motivation. I still feel like the original ending, Iron Man would beat the shit out of Carol. I think where Carol's actions are literally so great, the public went against Carol and even the heroes too, and they were trying to stop freaking
Carol from going too far, but crap.
Actually, it was proof that she went too far. In fact, half of the time he was wrong. She locked up an innocent woman. She failed on a lot of things, and yet at the end, the book said, "You know what? You're right, Carol. You were right, and we were wrong. So let's let you have a big budget to do wherever you want."
Wow, this Civil War over again.
That pissed me off because when I saw that shit, I'm like, fuck you. To me, I'm like, that bitch shouldn't. That bitch literally got away with murder. And honestly, if Rhodey was still alive, he would have fucking knocked the shit out of her because he would have done everything he can. Hell, I think he would have. The moment Tony went down, he would have been fly up. He would have fucking blasted shit at her, and he says, "Carol Danvers, I'm putting you under arrest for crimes that you have committed to literally killed almost Tony Stark and everything else. You're under arrest." And it would have been a fucking great ending.
Also trying to arrest a teenager for something he probably could have done.
Bullshit. Wait, where's Peter in this event? Why didn't he have Myers in this event? Oh, wait, I forgot. Peter was bullshit. Peter
knew it was bullshit. Peter knew it wasn't. But the only reason why he helped Carol was to help Parker Industries, and he was trying. And the reason why Parker, yes, you didn't get that, Tevia?
No, I got that part, but why? Why help Carol?
Because you want, for a business standpoint, you gotta literally
You gotta shake hands and do deals you don't like.
Yeah, exactly. And that sometimes happens. And Shield has done that before. Stark Industries has done that before. Yeah, everyone has done deals that they didn't like, but they had to do it where they had to do, and that's something that had to go. And it went its own way, but it's like. Besides that, I think Civil War II, like looking back to it, it's an event where you gotta read the times and all that crap. But compared towards Secret Empire, oh good God, Secret fucking shit.
Secret Empire.
Secret Empire is just not going to hold a candle on Civil War II because Civil War II has things to be like no.
It's about the Hulk.
Yep. If they actually thought it better instead of just admitting that it was a shameless tie-in to the movie.
Yep, it was a cash grab.
Yeah, they admit it.
They admit it, but it's like they did it for a reason. They did it some interest. The only thing they did was like, yeah, they admitted, but it's like we're gonna make you do things. We're gonna do things that you did not expect things to happen, and that's what I love about it. But the problem is, I hate the goddamn ending. It's literally so
Wait, you guys keep saying something happened. I think only 3 fights happened throughout the entire course of the event.
That's true.
Actually, I would say 2 battles, 2 fights, and yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Oh,
like it was there was development. I could say there was development and just a lot of things happened in that.
Oh yeah, and Bendis wrote Tony at his best when he preps for somebody, he can take you. He took all the Inhumans down.
Thank God, that made me happy. The Inhumans, they pissed me off. They destroyed and killed the X-Men. Oh wait, the IDX.
Yeah, see, that's what I would love for Riri to do is actually instead of just acting and not thinking, think a little and prep for your battles.
Yeah.
Taking over a sovereign nation, yeah.
She's a teenager girl. She's gonna do some bullshit. She's gonna do some bullshit things. I mean, like that's how I literally stood by. But like,
when are they trying to go Ultron and go Skynet? I'm still waiting for that.
Oh God!
Actually, I hope if the real Tony's back by then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right. Tony is gonna come back. When he comes back, I'm done. I'm literally gonna lose.
Oh wait, what if AI Tony works with the Mandarin?
Dude, I'm already having like a theory where the AI Tony has it where fucking he took the body of Tony, or he took Tony because in the plot summary of issue 193, Tony Stark supposedly the way they said it is he's gone, he's missing, and the quest to find him begins. That's why you have freaking Dr. Doom and Riri going at it, and there's supposedly another mysterious Iron Man shows up in issue 100 and fucking issue 104. Yeah, issue.
Wait, why are we calling it issue 100 and something? When did it go back to that?
Fuck what? I messed up. Issue 590.
I think.
Yeah. I'll just send him the issue, Terry. I'll just send.
Okay.
Right here, medicine. It's the only. It's the one they just recently showed in for November.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the
Iron
one.
Man issue.
Here you go. I already sent it on.
Oh.
I already sent it on Facebook. So I'm like,
Okay.
they're really hiding and they're really building up Tony. Now, if they have another poll like, oh, Tony Stark isn't what's that word? Tony Stark is not going to be. Tony Stark isn't going to be Iron Man. It's going to be like, fuck you, Bendis, to me. I mean, like, honestly, like, is he going to come back or is he not? That's the one part because I was all excited on the whole like the whole issue, like when they show the issue 593, we're like, oh shit, new Iron Man suit, he's going to come back this time, and it just gives off like, no, he's going to come back. Oh, he is going to come back. Oh, he isn't. It's just like, make up your fucking mind, people.
Yeah, that's confusing, OL, because if you're Tony, I'll be happy.
I guess the only thing is the expensive, and that's where they're like, we're gonna have you, we're gonna make it's gonna come, but it's like come where you didn't expect. I'm just waiting to see how Riri is gonna fight or
Dr.
even
Doom.
deal with not only Dr. Doom but the Mandarin. That's the biggest one. How is she gonna take the Mandarin?
I just had an idea. Doesn't one of his rings allow him to sort of bend reality? What if he rewrote the AI to be in his to work for him?
How could
wait. Say that I didn't.
One of the Mandarin rings can sort of bend reality, shift reality a little. It's like I know it's one of his rings. He can sort of shift reality a little. What if he knew that Tony was out? He reprogrammed the AI to work for him. That's why it's been making all these moves.
Ooh,
what? How could an AI wait? Sorry.
The Mandarin took over the AI Tony program, and he rewrote it to work for him now. So now it's
there was a time where Mandarin was kind of like going business stuff, and it was like kind of like working or trying to do some shady stuff in Stark Industries, and it's like in Volume 4, like when he was head of Shield.
I didn't know about this.
And Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, because I kind of remember, wasn't Kieran Gillian the last person to write the Mandarin before he just disappeared? I gotta look that up.
I think he was, and he killed him off.
Let me look him up right now because the point I'm trying to make is, what if the Mandarin AI Tony, and that's why he's acting the way he's acting?
But that didn't explain Secret Empire. That didn't explain why AI Tony would. Wait, why do you need Secret Empire? Why do you even need AI Tony? Secret Empire?
Tony didn't even do nothing.
He did jacking shit. Peter did jacking shit too.
B is building up though that the Mandarin was behind AI Tony Stark doing all these questionable things, and he's controlling it.
That wouldn't make sense. Well,
Kieran Gillian, yeah, this is he was in Kieran Gillian's run. And I'm saying like, what if the Mandarin is controlling AI Tony, and that means that Tony has to team up with Riri has to team up with old Tony to fight him off.
That would be pretty cool. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm saying this is something we can work with. Marvel, Bendis, and them probably didn't think this up.
No, they didn't think this through. They'll probably just make a bullshit excuse. Yeah, I woke up and what did I miss? Oh, AI Tony going going to Skynet? Then delete. Wow, that anticlimactic completely pointless. Wait, why's Mary Jane still in this book? No, never mind. Why do I complain at this point? Wait, don't even make anything in that book because Shock didn't count Mary Jane. He gave a pet project like Dr. Octopus and put them Anna Maria. Fuck Anna Maria. I want Anna Maria to die, but she's boring. Okay,
I found it. The Ring of Dominic, where it's irresistible urge that propels into the unknown. The compulsive it's compulsive. Creates loyalty and creates obsession. What if he reused that ring to reprogram the AI to work to be loyal? Oh,
that would be interesting. Oh, yes. No, not yet. I'll be right back.
Oh, no, I was saying the Ring of Dominic. that is the ring he used to take over the AI.
Okay, I can see that to being a cool idea. That would make sense. And that would get AI Tony finally to go rogue, and finally we could done with AI Tony crap, and put Mary Jane back in. You might, why am I complaining about Mary Jane? Put Mary Jane in that book. Okay, she's barely even in that book. They don't use her at all.
Yeah.
Stay for a minute.
Like, I could believe Riri be a hero. Like I said, Riri can be a hero. She just, the way they're writing her right now is more like an autistic sociopath than an actual hero. She's not shown any hero qualities. In fact, the only reason she's a hero or wants to be an astronaut because she wants her teacher to be discriminated against her. That's not a trait of a hero. That's a trait of an egotistical maniac.
Yeah, that's a trait of a villain, of an anti-hero.
No, that's just an egomaniac. Like you want to do good things, but you don't want to do it. You're doing it for all the wrong reasons. Basically, like the
kind of like Miles. Wait, not Miles.
No. Who's that reality TV show full of superheroes? They used to call them the ones that kicked off the Civil War. Who?
Wait. Oh, no, wait. I got a better one. Light, I don't even depth know.
No. I was trying to remember. What's the name of that superhero team that kicked off the Civil War? The one that got killed by Nitro. Except everybody.
Oh, the New Warriors.
Yes, like the New Warriors, how they were basically just being a reality TV show super team. Yeah.
Huh. Oh yeah, them. Didn't they get killed off? Almost all of them.
Everybody but Speedball. He survived
because
he became
penance.
Yeah, and then
Nova showed up.
One of my worst titles out of Marvel so far for me, Squirrel Girl, just because she's not a very a skew of reality for people who basically don't like her is that they're mean jerks and they don't get her. It's all the symptoms of an autistic child who does not know how to get along with people.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I know. Let's go. I did one issue of it and done. I'm not reading this crap. But they canceled 2099. More my favorite for Scarlet Spider. Oh, speaking of online with books, online with Scarlet Spider. That book sucks. Why didn't you read Scarlet Spider? It's not even Benoit. And Kane does jack shit. It's a kill the evil Benoit.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And you know what's sad? Peter wrote that book. But I don't need Peter to save that book. That book is stupid. But they can't 2099 on my other favorite book, but Scarlet Spider, and that's continued legacy. Why? It's not Benoit. It's an imposter. Who's nuts? Wrapping on 10 minutes. Okay.
Wrap this up soon.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more family things, and plus we're still in we're getting a lot of rain from Hurricane Harvey.
Oh yeah. I hope we got that okay because Hurricane.
Okay, I'm back. So
Okay.
Oh yeah. We have to wrap up in 10 minutes because we're still in the effects of Hurricane Harvey. It hasn't been so bad for us, but there has been some roads and stuff in Houston that actually flooded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we got flooding. Well, we didn't get too much bad flooding, but we got some flooding. But like I was telling Tavia earlier, that the ring of Dominic, he used that one ring to reprogram AI Tony to give him uncontrollable loyalty. That could actually be a plot. And then that could be the reason why Tony, when he wakes up, Riri has to work with him. And you basically get 2 for 1. You can show how Riri can basically show that she has the potential to surpass Tony, while Tony takes up. You get a classic hero versus villain fight.
Yep,
that would be great. I mean, like I would.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to see that, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Again,
Bendis is wild card.
Yeah,
it's Bendis is wild card, but yeah. But anywho, I'll see you guys next time.
Actually, I want to do one since I'm not going to go back to Winter Wednesday. You want to come out here for a fairy tale conversation tomorrow?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh boy.
I mean, like I got some plenty of things to say,
Oh no, everything I have to say is just basically terrible in general. Mostly
Well,
it
wasn't that terrible. Like I'll just say this. I'm only hoping the anime explains for the whole thing. Hold on.
How did you read the entire series?
Hold on. Just you know what? I gotta go. Family shit.
All right, see you, man.
Okay, well then we'll just have to end it right here. This has been the Geek Lounge 101. This has been Taylor Smoker. Nick Lenz, you can catch him at Nick Lenz. He does anime, comics, movies, and other things. David, do your outro.
You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow my Twitter, and I have a VidMe account. You can do the YouTube icon bullshit. I have a backup channel on vidme.com, and I'll talk again next time.
Okay, we'll see you guys here tomorrow for the fairy tale.
I probably won't be part of this discussion. Yeah.
Oh no, you could be there. You gotta hear.